Hello and welcome to Wisdom and Wealth, a channel dedicated to helping you unlock your potential and achieve a richer, more fulfilling life, especially those of you over 40. Today, we are going to delve into the timeless wisdom of Buddhism. Buddhism provides some valuable guidance for achieving peace and prosperity in today's fast-paced world. If you are ready to elevate your life, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more content that inspires wisdom and cultivates wealth. Let's get started. A wise person once observed that a flower doesn't concern itself with outperforming the flower beside it, it simply blooms. Similarly, the path to inner peace and genuine success isn't found in the clamor of competition or the pursuit of validation, but rather in quiet, dedicated self-improvement. In a world that constantly pressures you to prove your worth, Buddhism teaches that true power emanates from within, independent of external recognition or approval. This internal power is a great source of strength. When you consciously redirect your attention inward and embrace discipline in silence, you unlock a level of strength and clarity that eludes most people. This is the key to unlocking your full potential. It's about focusing on your own growth, your own values, and your own journey, rather than being swayed by the expectations and judgments of others. So remember to like and subscribe if you are enjoying what you are hearing. By cultivating inner peace and self-discipline, you're not just improving your own life, but you are also contributing to a more harmonious and peaceful world. Today, we will be looking into 7 profound lessons that will help you master your energy, eliminate distractions, and transform your life, all without seeking permission or validation from anyone. These are principles that have been tested by time and proven effective by countless individuals who have walked the path of self-discovery. Now it's time for you to take control of your own destiny and create a life that is both meaningful and prosperous. 1. Protect your energy like it's your most valuable asset. Energy serves as the foundation for everything you do. It profoundly influences your thoughts, emotions, and actions, ultimately shaping the overall quality of your life. Each day begins with a finite amount of mental, emotional, and physical energy. The choices you make and how you expend it will determine your success and well-being. If you consistently divert your attention to draining influences, negative individuals, unnecessary drama, or endless social media scrolling, you will inevitably feel exhausted and unmotivated. Conversely, when you strategically invest your energy in activities that uplift you, such as learning, self-improvement, and fostering meaningful relationships, you grow stronger and more focused. Protecting your energy involves establishing clear boundaries. This means recognizing when to decline distractions, toxic environments, and people who deplete your mental peace. It entails surrounding yourself with individuals who inspire and support you, rather than those who introduce negativity into your life. Buddhism emphasizes the significance of mindfulness, encouraging you to be aware of where your energy flows. The more conscious you become of safeguarding your energy, the more balanced and peaceful you will feel. By learning to control your energy, you cease squandering it on trivial matters and instead channel it towards building a life that fulfills you. Remember, your energy is your most valuable possession, so expend it wisely. If you want to protect your energy and improve your peace, make sure to like and subscribe to Wisdom and Wealth. Now, let's move on to our next lesson. 2. Silence is the most powerful statement. Silence is often misunderstood. Many people believe that speaking up, explaining themselves, or constantly proving their worth is necessary. But in reality, silence carries more power than words. It is a sign of self-control, confidence, and wisdom. In Buddhism, silence is seen as a path to inner peace. When you stop reacting to every little thing, you gain control over your emotions and actions. You don't need to respond to negativity, engage in unnecessary arguments, or seek validation from others. When you remain silent, you create space for deep thinking, self-reflection, and true understanding. Silence also commands respect. When you speak less, people listen more. Instead of wasting energy trying to convince others, let your actions do the talking. The most successful and wise individuals don't waste time explaining themselves, they focus on what truly matters. This doesn't mean you should never express yourself, but rather that you should choose your words carefully, speak when necessary, and when silence is more powerful, embrace it. In a world full of noise, learning to be silent is one of the greatest strengths you can develop. 3. Discipline over motivation. Build a system that works for you. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes like the weather, often fading when you need it the most. If you depend on motivation alone, you will struggle to stay consistent. That's why discipline is far more important, because discipline doesn't rely on how you feel. It's a habit, a system that keeps you moving forward no matter what. Buddhism teaches that true progress comes from daily effort, not occasional bursts of inspiration. The key is to build a system that makes discipline easier. Set routines, create habits, and remove distractions that make it harder to stay focused. If you want to grow spiritually, mentally, or physically, you must show up and do the work, even when you don't feel like it. Think about it like a river slowly carving through stone. It doesn't happen overnight, but through constant, steady effort. The same applies to your goals. Instead of waiting to feel motivated, design a system that keeps you on track. Plan your days, set clear priorities, and commit to the process. The difference between successful people and those who struggle isn't intelligence or talent, it's consistent discipline. Discipline ensures that you keep going, even on tough days, and over time your hard work compounds into success. So don't chase motivation, build discipline, and you will never have to rely on fleeting inspiration again. Like and subscribe if you are learning a lot, and remember, sharing is caring. Let's move to the next lesson. 4. The art of saying no. Cut out what's holding you back. Saying no is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. Every time you say yes to something unimportant, you are saying no to something that truly matters. Many people struggle with this because they fear disappointing others or missing out. But in reality, constantly saying yes to distractions, toxic relationships, and unnecessary obligations only drains your energy and slows your progress. Buddhism teaches the importance of detachment, letting go of things that no longer serve your growth. This applies to people, habits, and commitments that take up your time but add no real value to your life. If something is not helping you become better, it's holding you back. Learning to say no is not about being rude or selfish, it's about respecting your time, your energy, and your purpose. You cannot do everything, and you shouldn't try to. The most successful and peaceful people understand that their focus must be protected at all costs. Think of your life like a garden. If you want it to grow, you must remove the weeds, negative influences, distractions, and anything that drains you. The more you say no to what doesn't matter, the more space you create for what does. Don't feel guilty for setting boundaries, protect your peace, and don't let anyone or anything pull you away from your path. 5. Embrace the dark work, the grind no one sees. Most people only see the results of success, the achievements, the recognition, and the rewards. What they don't see is the silent, relentless work that happens behind the scenes. This is the dark work, the early mornings, the late nights, the sacrifices, and the endless hours of practice when no one is watching. It's the unseen effort that builds true strength, skill, and character. In Buddhism, the path to enlightenment is often described as a personal journey that requires solitude, discipline, and patience. Just like a seed buried in the ground, your efforts must take root in the dark before they can grow into something visible and powerful. The problem is that many people want quick results without putting in the work. They want the rewards of success without the struggles that come with it. But the truth is, there are no shortcuts. If you want to achieve something meaningful, you must be willing to embrace the grind that no one applauds. Think about the great masters in any field: athletes, artists, monks, or entrepreneurs. What makes them exceptional is not just their talent, but their dedication to the unseen work. They don't just practice when they feel like it, they practice every single day, whether anyone is watching or not. They sacrifice temporary pleasures for long-term greatness. They stay disciplined when others get distracted. This kind of commitment requires mental toughness. It means showing up even when progress feels slow. It means understanding that success isn't measured in days or weeks, but in years of quiet, consistent effort. The dark work is lonely, and it's not glamorous, but it is necessary. Buddhism teaches that true transformation happens within. The outer world may not recognize your progress right away, but the real victory is in your personal growth, in the strength of your mind and spirit. When you embrace the dark work, you stop relying on external validation. You become self-sufficient, unshakable, and deeply focused on your path. So ask yourself, are you willing to do the work that no one sees? Are you willing to be patient, to persist, and to trust that your efforts will one day bear fruit? The journey may be long and challenging, but when the results finally appear, they will speak for themselves. Let others chase instant gratification, you instead focus on mastery. Work in silence, grow in the dark, and one day the world will see what you have built. 6. Ignore the noise. The less you react, the more you win. The world is filled with distractions, opinions, negativity, gossip, and endless noise that constantly demands your attention. If you allow yourself to be pulled in every direction, reacting to every comment, criticism, or external event, you will never have the peace or focus needed to achieve your goals. The ability to ignore the noise and remain centered is one of the greatest skills you can develop. Buddhism teaches the principle of non-attachment, not allowing external events to control your inner state. This doesn't mean ignoring reality, but rather choosing where to place your attention. Not every situation deserves your energy, not every battle is worth fighting. The more you react to distractions, the more you give away your power. But when you remain still and focused, you become unstoppable. Think about a calm lake. When the surface is still, it reflects everything around it with perfect clarity. But if you throw stones into the water, it becomes disturbed and the reflection is lost. Your mind is the same way. The more you react to every small thing, the more chaotic and unclear your thinking becomes. But when you stay composed, you see life as it truly is, and you make better decisions. Successful people understand this well. They do not waste time responding to criticism or defending themselves against negativity. They do not get caught up in petty arguments or pointless drama. They know that their energy is precious, and they protect it by staying focused on their own path. There will always be people who try to bring you down, question your choices, or doubt your abilities, but their words hold no power unless you give them importance. A wise person knows that reacting emotionally to negativity only fuels it. Instead of arguing, defending, or proving yourself, simply continue working in silence. Let your results speak for themselves. Buddhism also teaches the practice of equanimity, a state of inner balance where nothing disturbs your peace. This does not mean being indifferent or emotionless, it means being in control of your emotions, rather than letting external events dictate your mood. When you develop equanimity, you no longer feel the need to react to every challenge, insult, or opinion. You stay focused, steady, and unshaken by the noise around you. Consider the life of a great monk or master. They do not waste time engaging in arguments or proving their wisdom to others. They simply live in a way that reflects their inner peace. They know that true power comes from within, not from external validation. When you learn to ignore the noise, you gain an incredible sense of freedom. You are no longer a slave to other people's opinions. You are no longer distracted by things that do not serve your growth. You move through life with clarity, purpose, and confidence. This mindset applies to every area of life, whether it's social media, workplace drama, or personal relationships. The more you train yourself to stay calm and focused, the stronger you become. Instead of reacting emotionally, ask yourself, does this truly matter? Will this affect me in the long run? Does engaging with this help me grow? If the answer is no, then let it go. Most of the time, people who try to pull you into negativity are struggling with their own inner battles. Their words, criticisms, or doubts are a reflection of their own fears, not yours. The best response is to keep moving forward, unaffected by their distractions. Remember, silence is not weakness, it is wisdom. The less you react to meaningless things, the more power you have to shape your own life. Every moment you spend defending yourself against unimportant things is a moment lost from building something meaningful. The world will always be full of noise, but you have a choice. Let it consume you, or let it pass by like the wind. Stay anchored in your purpose, and let go of anything that does not serve your growth. Your journey is yours alone, don't let outside distractions dictate your path. When you stop reacting to every little thing, you gain control over your time, your energy, and your destiny. Ignore the noise, stay focused on your journey. Let others waste their energy on things that don't matter, while you keep moving forward in silence toward your true success. 7. Trust the process, your time will come. In a world that constantly promotes instant success and overnight transformations, patience has become a rare virtue. People want results fast, whether it's wealth, recognition, or personal growth. But true success, according to Buddhist wisdom, does not come instantly. It unfolds gradually, like a tree growing from a tiny seed. If you want to achieve something meaningful in life, you must learn to trust the process, and understand that everything happens in its own time. Buddhism teaches the law of cause and effect, karma, the idea that every action you take plants a seed, and in time those seeds will bear fruit. The problem is that most people plant seeds and then become impatient, expecting immediate results. When they don't see progress right away, they become discouraged and give up. But growth is not always visible in the beginning. Just like a bamboo tree spends years developing strong roots before it ever breaks through the soil, your hard work and dedication are preparing you for something greater, even if you can't see it yet. The key is to keep moving forward, even when progress seems slow. Every day you stay disciplined, every effort you put in, and every lesson you learn is shaping you into the person you need to become. The greatest masters, whether in martial arts, meditation, or business, did not achieve their success overnight. They trusted in the process, remained patient, and allowed time to do its work. There will be moments when you feel like nothing is happening. You may compare yourself to others who seem to be ahead, and doubt may creep into your mind. But remember this, comparison is the enemy of progress. Everyone's journey is different, and just because someone else's success appears faster does not mean yours isn't coming. The strongest trees take the longest to grow, because they are building deep, unshakable roots. Buddhism emphasizes living in the present moment, not getting lost in worries about the future or regrets about the past. When you trust the process, you surrender to the flow of life, understanding that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Instead of stressing over how far you have to go, focus on taking one step at a time. The small, consistent efforts you make today will eventually lead to great results. Think of a sculptor chiseling away at a block of stone. With each strike, it may seem like nothing significant is changing, but over time the shape emerges, and the masterpiece is revealed. Your life is the same way. Every day you are shaping yourself, refining your skills, and growing stronger, even if you can't see it yet. The process may be slow, but that doesn't mean it's not working. The biggest mistake you can make is giving up too soon. Many people quit right before they're about to experience a breakthrough. They let doubt and impatience rob them of their success. But those who stay the course, who trust in the unseen progress they are making, will eventually see the results they desire. Buddhism also teaches letting go of attachment to results. This means focusing on the work itself, rather than obsessing over when the reward will come. When you fall in love with the process, whether it's learning a skill, building a business, or improving yourself, you stop worrying about the outcome. You simply enjoy the journey, knowing that the results will come naturally when the time is right. So if you ever feel frustrated or stuck, remind yourself, progress is happening, even if you don't see it. Keep showing up, keep putting in the work, keep believing in yourself. The universe works in mysterious ways, and often the greatest rewards come when you least expect them. Your time will come, not when you demand it, but when you are truly ready for it. So be patient, stay focused, and trust that everything you are working for is on its way. The journey is just as important as the destination. Walk it with faith, and success will meet you when the time is right. When you focus on yourself and work hard in silence, you align with the wisdom of the universe. You move beyond competition, beyond noise, and into a state of pure mastery. Walk your path with patience and remember, your success does not need an audience, it only needs your dedication. Thank you for joining us on Wisdom and Wealth today. If you found these insights valuable, please remember to like, subscribe, and share this video with those who could benefit from its wisdom. Remember to subscribe now. Until next time, may you find peace and prosperity on your journey.